They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Stafford on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
53, ready.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so When they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Locke to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back, and there he is.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. 2nd-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his own goal line, Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
50 set. 180. Stay 50. Stay 50. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Open man is Galladay. Complete. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Set. Go 20. Check down. Check the easy alert. It's a safety tree. 6-6. Pull it hard. Stop your whining. Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down. He goes. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock?
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
That one goes for 24 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Throwing is Manning. He'll find Lindsey here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 20 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill. Shoot.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. Got it complete to West. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Ready. Leo, get it.
Shotgun now for Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Set. 180. Zero. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On 1st down at Stanford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
260. Yeah. Man up. You got 3 down. Middle.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run with Sanders. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
51 the mic, boy. 51. 6 man. Ready?
Working from the gun, Manning. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Manning finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Manning. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Running right, this is Freeman. Now he will have a first down here at about the 40. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Manning. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He completes this to Sutton. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. This quarterback now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. Oh, good move. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Manning, and Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now Stafford. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll go again with Lindsey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe we'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line. Come on, set. 18 Gator. 80 weapon. I got you.
From the gun, Manning. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
You ready?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Manning. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Hey, give me a radar. 52.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw, it's Manning. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. the defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Set. 280.
50 seconds. Come on.
Alert. You must. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Crash.
Shift. Watch the shift. 21. Hey, 54. Hey, Alpha.
On first down, Stafford here. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Sanders. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
25. Check 25. Check 25. 22.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Blue 60.
First down. You better bring it. Say.
Zebra.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Denver, 41 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. On play action, it's Manning out to his left. Buying time to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Manning escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Manning now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Get away, D! Get away, D! 10. Look at him.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for Detroit, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.